frequencies from the mind are not the highest. Frequencies from the heart, closer to spirit. All that you want to do for people is because of what you want. You want money, car, house, and that is category 1. We call it Iron Age. Then we have Copper Age. They target the objects, money, vehicles, and they get. You can move from that Iron Age state into Copper Age. I can leave some techniques for that before we close.
Okay.
If a river is moving this way and you are going that way, the whole water is pushing you forward.
Yep.
But if you are going crossways,
Against the tide.
Yes.
So why do most people suffer when they are trying to do good to people?
Let me be clear.
You're welcome to Konnected Minds podcast. Exactly 2 months ago, we sat here in this studio and had a beautiful conversation with Dr. Baffour Jan. It was an awesome conversation. It left a lot of our viewers and our listeners questioning life and many of the problems that they are facing in their lives. Indeed, Konnected Minds. I myself had to reflect a lot. At the point where we stopped the conversation, a lot of our audience were requesting that Dr. Jan should come back to the studio. It wasn't deliberate that I would stop it at that point where I did. Because we knew that this conversation was going to go beyond just one episode. So he's back in the studio. But hey, remember, we have just planned a masterclass of an event that is coming up, especially for the diaspora entrepreneurs who wants to be part of this game-changing Konnected Minds event. So I'll leave all the details in the description and put yourself in the spreadsheet of the people, the entrepreneurs who want to be part of what is happening in January 2026. We're going to start this conversation in a very smooth way, continuation of what we have already done. In the last episode with Dr. Jan, he spoke about when he started the search. So I really want him to carry on from there. And then we'll get deep into success. Really, success, what does it mean? And the God in us, what does it reflect? How do people see it on the outside? And how can we have a holistic success as people? Doc, you're welcome once again.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful to have you back in the
Yes,
studio.
yes.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, the last conversation we had, you were speaking very much about when you started your search to discover who you truly are, because you had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And you spoke about being a student and you were part of 4 lodges in school.
Yes.
Please take us through that.
Well, yeah, very quickly, actually, a lot of sacrifice, because what was given me for food and other things, I was using it. I set out to get knowledge, and it connected me to lodges and all that. And I was always in the library with the encyclopedias, because I take one topic and I want to go deeper, know everything about it. But most of such subjects, they were not the school category, curriculum, but it's just like expanding into the world. So, in fact, I even did comparative religion, because I was a science student, but I was doing comparative religion and all the psychic topics, hypnotism, this, that, everything I take, I just go deeper and deeper, trying to understand this life. And I went on and on. And in fact, it's a long story, but side by side with my school syllabus. So I had my own syllabus. Yeah.
Doc, what gave you this sense of deep search?
Yes. There was something in me. It's like I could see that when babies are growing up, they need the elderly to guide them. But then I also observed that the elderly, they are also having challenges. So it means they haven't gotten all the guidance themselves. And this is where I was questioning life. See, there must be something. Because if the grown-up is not by the side of the baby doesn't even know that when things go up, it will come down.
Right.
So it climbs up and falls. And it's learning about the physical laws. It puts the hand in fire, it burns. So it's learning through difficulties. Very painful. Now I see grown-ups, and I was expecting them not to pass through any suffering because we've been learning from them. So it was only the physical laws we were learning from them. So there were other laws, mental laws, psychic laws, different laws. And the grown-ups are children to it. They don't know it. So they continue to suffer even when they were old. So this is where I said no. Because I could see those below me, children, and they needed my help. But then I also saw that I needed help. So where can one stand so that he doesn't need help? I was wondering about all these, and I was learning. Then I came to some realizations. Finally, actually, I realized that all the learning won't get me to that perfection where I wouldn't need help. And the reason is that I came to understand that mind, body, these are lower in frequency. And that behind it all, the self, which is searching, is the spirit. That which energizes the mind is the spirit. That which energizes the body is the mind. So mind takes the energy from spirit and energizes the body. So the body is the last part of it. So it flows down from spirit. And with that understanding, a lot of things started changing on my side. And I said, okay, so the more I back into spirit, then the more energized, the more empowered. And whatever I'm looking for in body, mind, they are more expanded in spirit. And therefore, it will be illusion to get the expansion of those things in the body and mind. So I have to back into spirit. And then I come into that expansion. Now, when I talk this way, what I mean is this. You see, all the things on the physical platform, they are promissory notes. And they are promising peace. They are promising comfort.
Okay.
They are promising happiness and all that. So those things, they are expanded in spirit and they are narrowed down into the physical. So whatever you get there will never satisfy you unless you back into spirit, they expand. And from there, if you function from there, then it's an amazing life. It's an amazing life. So there is a realization that you shine. And when you shine, then mind, body, all those things, they are drawn to you easily and you control them. Now, the concept of people I realized at that time, and even now, is that you get the things and you shine. But it is the opposite. It has to be you shine and you get the things.
How do we shine?
Good. That is the question. How do you shine? There is a saying, the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So shining is not a difficult thing. It's only when you don't have the knowledge. The shining is based on inner peace. So when your inner peace is increasing, automatic shining. So it's not the shining that is an active thing to shine. You see, you back into the peace, and immediately you are getting the inner peace. The shining is automatic. You see, and once that comes, then all the other things can fall in place without anxiety, without fear, without anger, without all the grief and all that, because that peace is the basis of attainment. See?
Right.
So, when you bypass it and you go the other way around, thinking that when you get the things, you shine.
Yes. So I get a car, get a house, get married.
Yeah.
These are all, things that we all want.
That is the problem. These things, you will get them, but you shine first and they come. So you are above it and you draw it. And that is where the magnetism of the spirit functions for you. You see? Now, if you get the things and you haven't gotten that peace, you are a miserable person with all the things around you. You possess, but there is misery. You are in a miserable state because always panicking, always in anxiety, always in fear, always in stress, but you hide it. And because externally you have all these things and people suppose you are peaceful. But you are not. And I could see all those things going on and I needed to transcend it.
How did you do it, Doc?
Yes, to transcend it, I had to be practical. To be practical, I had to develop that peace first. And once I got that peace, my magnetism was boosted.
How did you get the peace?
Yes, beloved. In the first place, with understanding that all the seeking, being in a seeking state is not a bad thing, but what are you seeking? So I had to rechannel the seeking to the peace first. That is what I will tell you more.
Okay.
And that is what in scriptures it says, seek first.
Yep.
You see, seek first the kingdom and its righteousness, and everything else will be yours. I mean, they will all come. And it's such a powerful statement. And the only thing is people don't know what is meant by kingdom. But kingdom has its attribute.
Okay.
And the basic attribute of the kingdom is peace. That is why we talk of the king of peace, the prince of peace, and all that. You see, so the peace puts you in the kingdom. See, it's not far away, something in space, something you are looking for here or there. It's right inside you. Right inside you. So there are certain, first you understand, and then you turn the seeking outward to be seeking inside. And then the peace will come. I will demonstrate, I will show you these things. First, let me put some very important point here. You see, life is like a school. So the souls, the humans, we are having software, you see, in the mind, the roles we are coming to play. Say, it's a drama or school. Now, when you are born, your software, initially, the software may be putting you in contact with a lot of things to learn from this world, and we learn from other people and so on. But in the long run, our software is giving us interest in certain things, certain desires. See, and among all these desires, there is this one desire hidden inside it, and that desire is a return to the peace. But we miss it because it's mixed with plenty desires. So we bypass that one and we go out straight looking for things. And that is, let me call it, you see, it's in 4 stages, like elementary school, secondary school, and let's say university, and maybe beyond.
PhD.
Yes. So those categories. So category 1, people want objects. We want money, we want car, we want house, we want so
peaceful
many
marriage, yeah.
Yes, those things. Say, now, whilst we want these things, our peace, our shining is very low. And that is category 1, elementary school. So plenty are in that stage. And when plenty are in that stage, we call it Iron Age.
Okay.
When majority are seeking the objects that are really shiny, wonderful, and their light too is down, then it is category 1, and that is Iron Age persons. Then we have Copper Age persons. Copper Age persons, yes, they actually get to the peace. Some of the peace comes, some they are magnetic. They have some aspect of the inner peace showing. And then they target the objects, and they target money, they target vehicles, they target houses, they target things, and they get.
Okay.
Now, when they get, there is a law in the universe, and that law doesn't permit them to continue to enjoy. The law is that we are interconnected. Yes, connected minds.
That's right.
You see, it's one presence that we call spirit. So you as a separate, and you get all those things, you are shining, so you attract, you get these things. And it is all about you, is false identity, because the the real you, which is a spirit, is an expanded presence, including the others.
Yep.
So the copper age person, he is shining, attracts the things physical, targets them and gets them. But along the line, because of that selfishness, because of competitiveness, trying to be better than others, and just more or less like a miser, you see, and he has, then the law will bear upon him at a point, and the law begins to lower his light, because if a river is moving this way and you are going that way, the whole water is pushing you forward.
Yep.
But if you are going crossways,
against the tide.
Yes, you see. So you are not just an individual just by yourself, so that everybody doesn't matter. It's just you. Everything is for you to enjoy. And then you get all these things. They become finally miserable. Then such persons, finally they attract ailments and other things, and all their wealth, and they have challenges internal to themselves because they were selfish. Then we have the Silver Age humans. The Silver Age humans, they bring out the peace, or they go to that peace, and it's magnetic. And that magnetism, then they go to service to other humans as their ideals. They go to ideals that benefit all, you see. And with that, actually, their whole life, a whole lot of things will come to them. They don't target objects. They don't target house. They don't target cars. They don't target money. But what happens? What happens? Once they target service, genuinely, service to the other souls, whatever will make the service reach out, the universe brings it. So, in that sense, they are okay with what the universe brings, because it fulfills the service that they have set to do. You see? So they don't look, if the universe is giving something to somebody else, they don't make competitions. They shine, and they shine in their direction. And that inner peace brings the shining power. And then they direct it with ideals to serve people. And once they do that, the universe will equip them the things that they need to do the service, because that is the will of the universe.
Let me stop you here for a minute. We are on a journey of changing the minds and the lives of people. So if you haven't subscribed and become part of the family, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Thank you. Now let's carry on with the conversation. Doesn't it, see, for the Silver Age people, doesn't it get difficult in the beginning?
I'll come to that.
Okay.
You see. So, in this way, the magnetism, the reason why you don't target the things and the things come is that in that realm where you are functioning, there's all the things which are produced in the world, vehicles and houses, everything going on, they are all within one universal mind. Yep. So when your mind is to render service and you are already magnetic, then the magnetism selects what will let you achieve that service from all the universe, everywhere. It just draws it so that you achieve it. So you need a vehicle, the universe knows. You don't target money. Money comes because it's needed.
Right.
You see, you don't target vehicle. Vehicle comes because you need it. So the ideal is service. And it is higher. It's higher than the copper age human category. Yes. So such persons, because they are not targeting objects and they are targeting service, they never have stress. They never have anxieties. They don't have worries. Because the universe moves in a direction for all the universe, because it's one spirit all around. So if you are rendering service and you have the ideals like that, let me give you an example. Even if somebody is a comedian, is targeting making people overcome stress, so he's doing all that, and he does it sincerely, seeing them smile, seeing them laugh, and he's really excited about it. And if such a person, has really reached that peace and is magnetic, then whatever he requires to reach out to do that work very perfectly, the universe will toss it into his field. See? So he has to shine first and has service ideals. And when he has these two, the remaining will just be drawn into his field. You see, the truth. We have the golden age man also,
Yep.
which is the last one, because it's in 4 categories.
Okay.
The golden age man is very rare. You see, from the lower class, you know very well when you go to elementary school, kindergarten, kids, there are plenty.
Yep.
But when you go to the PH,
there isn't much
yes,
people.
those doing masters, they are very few, you see. Yes. So when it comes to the golden age human, then the peace, the magnetism as a result of the peace, and now the service is a service to the universe, not service to just humans. Service to animals, service to plants, service to everything that can sense the service.
All creations of
all
God.
creations of God. And that is a very rare platform. And that such a person, impossible for anxiety, impossible for fear, impossible for grief, impossible for anger, is functioning in such a way. That is the ultimate will of the universe. It's just like when a plant is growing, the final point is the fruits ripening. You see, so when you can proceed from the lower stage, it's understanding. Those in the lower, let me use the word class,
Yep.
the lower side, where they are targeting objects and their inner peace is covered up, they are not, then a lot of anxieties, they are not magnetic, and they hustle, and they are in the majority. And this period we are in is the period we call Iron Age. So majority are in that category. But with understanding, one can, even today, with proper understanding, move.
Right, that was my question. Can we move from one stage to the other?
Surely.
Right.
Surely. But where the beginning is, if you miss it, then you'll be searching everywhere. The beginning is the peace. The peace is the basis. You see, it's like sowing a seed Where the ground is fertile is the basis. Then the
Right.
other conditions like water coming and so on. So if it is wrongly placed, for example, you place the seed on bare rock, then from the start you're looser. So if you are connecting things and it's like no peace, no magnetism, then the foundation is already wrong. And it's like you are making a calculation and maybe mathematics, you are calculating, but your first statement, you made a mistake and you are using the mistake to calculate, to get an answer.
Yeah.
You see?
The formula is wrong.
Formula is wrong. So if you get that piece, then you have gotten the basis for going up. And then the success. But you need to get the goal. And that goal is the golden age human, where you actually target service ideals that benefits the whole universe, including humans, animals, trees, everything. Even the seen and unseen, they all come in. And at a point, you realize that it's returned in service to you all the time. You don't hustle.
But Doc, doesn't it get difficult if you choose service? Because what is going to happen is that I have started out, I want to feed children in my village. But I have very little coming in. I've still got bills to pay. I still have people to take care of. But this is what I really want to do, and I feel it deep within.
You may have that feeling, but if that feeling is originated from the mind, you see, you actually get the conditions like water on your crop. You are providing, you are expecting it to grow, but meanwhile the soil is not good. So in the long run, becomes a struggle that you don't actually overcome all your life.
So why do most people suffer when they are trying to do good to people?
Yes, it's because the good they are doing to people is not rooted in the peace. You see, let me be clear. Say, you have the mind, you have the heart. Frequencies from the mind are not the highest. Frequencies from the heart, closer to spirit. And sometimes from the mind, you want to reach out, you want to do something for people. But whenever mind is involved, it is coming from a selfish point. All that you want to do for people is because of what you want. You see? So indirectly, it is not the people that you want to really serve. You want to serve yourself, but it's like if I can reach out and help these people, then I'll get this and then I'll get that. So behind it all is not the people. Honestly, deeply. You see, it is a little tricky. Really tricky.
But how do we transcend? How do we transcend the mind?
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Well, we come to that. You see, transcending the mind becomes a basic topic. It's not as difficult. But when one doesn't understand, it becomes difficult. Initially, when we talk of transcending the mind, it is not like the things that we are getting involved with in the world. You withdraw from it, then it means you are getting to the peace. No. It is the inner noise. Inner noise, even when you keep silent, there is things expressed from inside.
Like
You are thinking of this and that. You see? So once the inner noise is going on, for example, it's referring you to yesterday, it's referring you to tomorrow, it's referring you to somebody who is doing better and you need to be like that, you need to do this, you need to. So it's coming from inside, even though you have left all the external noise. You can go into even the forest and sit down and you are not silent because what you left at home, your parents, your children, your days, thinking. People go to monasteries, but they are more in town than in the monastery. So the inside topic, if you achieve the inside peace, you can be in the crowd and be peaceful. You see, so first there must be understanding about what I'm talking about. And that is where the magnetism comes forward.
So then how do we achieve the inner peace? What practices?
I'm coming to that, but the point is understanding.
Okay.
Yes. So initially, because external noise distracts and internal also distracts, internal noise also distracts. So it appears as if you try to begin by, as a beginner, you may have a little withdrawal, and nature is helping it. That is why we have day and night. The day, you get involved in so many things. We live in a zone of polarity. So night comes, and nature's language is now withdraw. You see, now we live on natural life. We don't follow what nature says. But let me be more into this. So nature has set everything in such a way that there is activity and then there is withdrawal from activity. So you do things, you have to also rest. But the resting, if like you go to bed thinking you are resting and the inside is not resting, you see, the inner noise is going on and you are there turning, inner noise. So you are not resting. So we have techniques to help you to rest. How? When you are getting rested, your brain wave will switch to the theta brain wave, and you are in rest. So we see babies, they keep in theta state, always in deep rest. See, babies are always in deep rest. And there is an inner noise. They haven't picked the inner noise. So they are so rested. And as you grow up, initially, that peace is still with you up to some point. But because all around us, they have lost that peace, they quickly push you into the inner noise state. So they come out of the theta state very early, the children. See, and that is the Iron Age. So Iron Age, even the children, they are in the stress, they are also inside the anxieties. And some are giving guns to shoot, giving this, that. We are training them into that inner noise state, and they are agitated all the time. See, but then if we come to the today, you can move from that iron age state into copper age. But copper age, that is where the peace is beginning. and then your magnetism. So the technique, I can leave some techniques for that for people. Yes, I will leave some for before we close.
Okay.
But the understanding has to be clear, you see. So life is a drama like a school, and even though we are plenty on the planet, but each person is stuck in some category. And in this generation called Iron Age, majority are stuck in connecting things whilst they have no magnetism. They have no inner peace. And with that means anxiety, fear, anger, this, that. That is the symptom. Those are the symptoms that we've lost the peace. So, in truth, being a spirit, if your inner peace is coming forward and you are magnetic, then you are higher than things of this world. Therefore, magnetically can draw them. They will come. And it is, if not, then once your peace is not coming forward, your magnetism is not coming forward, the things stay up above you. And then what happens is struggle to reach them because they are above you. Money is above you. So you have to be tense to reach it. But when you are up above the things of the world, then no struggle. The only thing is you target the service to others. And once you are doing that properly, you'll be amazed.
Is that what true success is?
Yes, certainly. The true success will leave out anxieties, fears, anger, grief. All those things will be out of it. Why? Because spirit has its attributes different, and that attributes will dominate, and that is peace, that is love, and that is joy. See, these three attributes are from the spirit. Any other attributes like anxiety and all those things, it means that one is covered. And we are functioning based on mind and body. Mind and body are like equipment, and they have their own attributes. Let me give you an example. If you are a driver, and very good driver, then you have a vehicle, your own attributes, your own desires or things you need are different from what the vehicle needs. For example, in the morning you take your breakfast, you take your bath, you do all those things, you go into the car needs fuel, it needs this, oil, and other things. So mind and body, they are not you, and they need things. But you take care of who you are first before getting into it. Otherwise, you get into it and you started wrongly because you ignored who you are, and the attributes of the car becomes anxiety. Now getting the fuel and the tires down and this and that, and you worry so much, and meanwhile you are hungry and you are weak. So when it's like that, it's perpetual anxiety, fear, anger.
Mind and body is not you.
No.
So who am I?
Great. You see, beloved, let me put it this way, like you have this and you are bringing it down to a lower point. It meets.
Yep.
Like the way triangle, but it meets at a point. So that point is small, And when you are backing off, it is back expanding, expanding, expanding. So who you are narrows down, and it comes to a point we call it mind. Then it goes down further to the last point, physical. Then you are the body. Now, these things are not original. The original, the source, is the expanded presence. See? So that expanded presence is the real you. But for the sake of a drama, you narrow down, and the narrowing down had a starting point, and it will have to also end. But the expanded being that you are is eternal.
What is the expanded being?
And you can have terminologies like spirit, you can say God, and so on. So in a sense, know ye not that ye are gods.
So we have started from expanded being into this physical state.
Yes.
And the purpose is to go back to the expanded being.
Yeah.
But that complicates the whole thing. We should have just remained in the expanded being state.
Very good. You see, the drama is purposeful. See, when you have a documentary, you set it and you watch it up to some point, and then you withdraw. Then you reset another. So the spirit is doing these things as a kind of drama. And through that, drama has two things that we always talk about: for education and for entertainment. See? So the education side is what I was explaining to you. Souls begin by forgetting themselves, and just the narrow down things occupy them, and as they are expanded behind it, they are not even aware. It's just these narrow down things, and they forget who they are. And whatever they give attention to, they are sending energy into it. So it makes those things go on. But as it is going on, in natural fact, if you forget yourself, then out of it will come anxieties and things unlike your reself.
My head is just it's exploding in the sense that
yes.
There is ultimate, right? There is God, or whatever name people want to call it, right?
Yes.
And then there is God within us, God with us, and an aspect of us is God, or we are. The bigger part, please let me land. Right? The bigger part is God, right?
Yeah.
And we've been made to come into this being, to face all these problems, all these troubles, and still want to attract and still, want to have the best of this world.
Yeah.
But then ultimately, we need to go back to the God self, the Spirit self.
Yeah.
Why did God even have to create us to go through the problem only to come back again?
Very good. First of all, realize that as below, so above. What you tie down here is like tie down up there. What it means is this. When you come as a baby, the very first thing for your entrance into this state is breath.
Yep.
So if the baby doesn't cry, we are worried because it's not entering the world. And once it cries, the breathing begins. You see, so the cry is a purposeful thing for the air to move. And then he enters into the drama. So the breathing out, breathing in is a symbolic thing that God is doing. That the whole universe is breathed out and he breathes it in back. In a sense, see. So when it is out there, then all this drama is going on. And the fact is this: when you don't side by side be aware of who you are, the perfect self, then all these things you attribute them to be real, you involved in this and that, then you continue to really be in panic and worry. But your question, see, why God does all these whilst we go through suffering?
Because if the real purpose
Yes.
is to become like God, and we were already like God before coming into this existence,
Yes.
then why put us through this?
Very good. In the first place, when you have a baby lying on the mom's legs, and the baby has seen things like cats and other things, and sometimes what is this, what is that, and sometimes puts the hand in fire, it burns. So it develops some fears a little about the outer life. Now, when the baby is lying on the mom's laps, and the baby begins the dreaming process and is seeing what he was seeing physically, he was seeing cats and other things that it was afraid of. Now, in the dream, now, the baby may scream, and when he awakens, he realizes he's very safe on mom's lap. You understand me?
Yeah.
Yes. So the soul proper is safe because eternally nothing is going to happen to, because it's like you are lying on the lap of God.
So really, we should have been a bunch of souls without bodies, because it's the bodies and emotions that are causing the problems for us.
Yes, but we are translating it to be problems. It's education. You see, so when certain souls learn faster, then they move faster, and they understand the pattern, and then they enjoy it. Let me tell you this. The other time I mentioned that if you have two people and you take them to the ocean, the seaside, the beach, the waves are coming, going. Now, if you throw the two people into it, if one knows how to swim and the other doesn't know how to swim, the one who doesn't know how to swim is in danger and is panicking, is worried. What is all this happening to me? The one who knows how to swim may even enjoy the waves. You see, so the fact that we are panicking and suffering and so on, the souls have to learn. It takes time for some to learn. And when we learn, the same things may be happening, and we may be laughing, we may be enjoying, we may be happy, we may be peaceful in the middle of all the things going on in the drama. So in the long run, every soul will reach it and look back and wow. It's like, you see, let me give you this example again. Sometimes there are certain documentaries that they show on the telly,
Yep.
and intentionally set up in such a way, they call it just for laughs.
Yep.
And people are drawn into it, and they are so serious about the things and they are doing, and panicking and worrying and anxiety and sometimes fear and anger and everything. And then somebody comes and says, hey,
It's a
watch.
prank.
It is
It's just a prank. Right.
You see, so in actual fact, all that is going on, souls will in the long run have to transcend it.
Yes, but in the process, there is pain, there is emotions. People,
Yes.
you would lose a loved one, you will lose some money,
Yeah.
some things are happening that are causing people a lot of emotions in the same drama.
Yes, what it is this. The power of the Spirit is so much, unlimited. So unlimited. So when even creates illusion, the illusion looks so real because of that power. See, so it makes everything appears to be so real. So all these pains, remember this. Last year, whatever was your challenge, today's date is 2nd, is it?
Yep, 2nd of October, Thursday.
2nd October. Now, last year, 2nd October, what your problem is today wasn't that. It was something different, which was your problem. Where is it? It's like a dream. It's gone. So what is going on right now, so real, will also go. And then another thing. So it keeps on changing. And that tells you it's not something permanent on you. It is passing. And your soul is to learn through it. So all that has gone behind. Finally, the final lesson is, no, I missed my real nature. And that is why all these things have been going on. It takes long for some to realize it. And some too, they realize it quickly.
But the same problems that I've just described that people go through is the reason why some people take other men as, quote unquote, their gods. Because they want these people to help them solve their problems. Why does this happen a lot? For example, you have somebody that has a lot of problems in their business, in their life, in their marriage, this, whatever. And instead of looking deep within, they channel it towards a prophet, a malam, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah. The problem is this, if we have to call it problem, actually. You see, when the Iron Age person, that means he's functioning beyond the peace, which is the spirit.
Yep.
So it's not shining, because it is only when everything is based on that peace that you shine. So if that person is not shining and he's targeting things and he's not getting, because it's the shining which is carrying the magnetism for you to get.
Okay.
So they are not getting and they keep struggling. Now, somebody who is in the copper age stage, he gets because he has the magnetism and he targets the very same things and he gets. So the other one sees the other person as somebody who can help him. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know that that person, it is a portion of his spirit's peace that has given him the magnetism, and he's functioning like that. And that you need to also have the same with you and come to that same platform. But we keep inside that Iron Age human where our peace is lost. So we don't have magnetism. And then we want things. Therefore, that person should give it to us. You see? And that person, sometimes he is in the copper age situation human. He too has to move on to silver age. And sometimes he develops pride because the others are below him. You see, these people don't have magnetism.
But the thing is, do these people actually help the people? So if...
Very good.
Yeah, because I think locally what happens is that somebody will open a business.
Yeah.
And then they call something funny. When I first moved to Ghana, I heard Buame. Right? So they go and see a jujuman or whatever, or a prophet or a pastor, whoever. And they are supposed to do something for their business to attract customers. Do they actually help, or it's just
Very good, very good. You see, the way things work, people don't know. The point is, as long as your own magnetism is not out, whatever anybody will give you, you haven't gotten it. You haven't gotten it. By the laws of the universe, your magnetism has to hold it to you. So your magnetism is not working, and people toss things to you. Without that magnetism, then you don't have peace, because the peace and the magnetism, they work together. So you don't have peace, they toss things to you. Beloved, it's amazing. Such people are miserable, very miserable. Sometimes that is why they chase things like occult, this, that. It's unfortunate. So whatever you accumulate around you, there will be that kind of thing which denies you the peace. You may have the things around you. Others thinking that your peace has given it to you. So they think, oh, you are ahead, but yourself, no peace. Sleepless night. Early morning they get up and they have all the things around them, and people applaud them, people come to them, they need help and other things. But these people are suffering. They're suffering. People don't know. Because not until that inner peace comes out and then you are shining from there, then you have no peace. You have to replace the anxiety and other things by peace, love, and joy. So, in fact, nobody in the different categories can give you that peace. There's something you can be guided to bring it from inside yourself. And once you yourself, you haven't turned the search for it inward, then you'll be in illusion that when you get this, you'll be peaceful. After getting it, then your mind will tell you, unless you get this other thing peaceful, then you get it. And then the mind will say, no, but you are not peaceful. But the mind is not going in to let you be peaceful from inside. Mind is outward bound. Mind is outward bound.
So, Doc, are these people just tricking people using social media, saying that they're actually helping people? Some people say, there's something they say, protection. They have rings, bracelets.
It's part of the ignorance. It's part of ignorance, because your protection, the real protection, is your spirit magnetism, your spirit light. Once it is around you, it is like you're bulletproof in this world. So if you miss that one and you are adding things, thinking, putting things for protection, it's a joke. You see? And the mind tricks you, and you hold on to it. Temporary, it will appear to be doing things for you, but you'll be shocked. And
I have seen people with certain type of rings and I've seen people with some red strings on their left hand. Very many of these mystical and esoteric societies.
Beloved, say, let's put it this way. If somebody is not feeling well, if somebody is sick, is not feeling well, then sometimes you may be given external help like clutches to hold on and so on, and then you move gingerly with your clutches, you see? And therefore, at that point, walking stick and all those things, they mean something. But that is it's an unfortunate state, because if you are healed, you don't need those things. So healing means you're inside out, because the spirit is perfect. That is why Christ said, be ye perfect, even as the Father is. So the spirit in you is God. So that carries perfection.
Right.
So if your attention is not on that, and you keep that at the background, and then you involve in things, you get wounded, then people will give you this and that to help you to stand and put something around your neck, something here, something there. They are supports, you see, and such kind of supports mean you are sick.
Wow.
Yes. Putting all these rings and all that.
Go and bath with this.
Yes, yes. It means spiritually you are sick. Why? Because your perfection has been covered. Your attention is not there, it's covered. So you need all these supports to move along. Now, if somehow your perfection is brought out, that peace and so on, it becomes a frequency around you and it's so powerful. You say, let me give you this. Somebody like Daniel in the lion's den.
Yeah.
Still, people don't know the secret. The spiritual light around him is peace, peace, peace. The language of his energy is peace, love, joy. So the lions, hungry and want to attack, are carrying different frequency. And when they try to come in, the frequency calms them down. Strong, peaceful frequency around Daniel. It's not like somebody is in the sky there making him safe, but it is his own magnetism. Where he has reached is the inner peace. He was so balanced. He had not a single, a tiny
There's no
fear.
speck.
Not a tiny fear. He was like a golden age human because his love passes beyond humans to animals, to plants. And when it is like that, all these creatures, when they enter your field, they go down.
But, Doc, what are the consequences of following so-called spiritual leaders who keep us as slaves of the truth?
Yes. The consequences is that the will of the spirit as a whole is that everyone should not stagnate. You have to move. So you bring circumstances, challenges, so that the direction we are moving, we reach a point, we move, it doesn't move. We move, it doesn't move. And it's like you are compelled to awaken. You are compelled to turn the attention inward. You see? So outward, we move, then we reach a point. Nature is saying, no. You're in the wrong direction and you don't hear. You still want to go. Then a lot of things. That is why certain disasters, they are too strong on the world. When it happens, it's just to shake people so that it's like now they want to listen. You see? So those who are doing like that, they will all come upon things that are too challenging for they themselves who are doing that. You see, you have to only carry love energy for other beings. But taking advantage of them is not love energy, it's selfish energy. You see, and selfish is not from the spirit. Selfish is from the things put out. The first put out is mind. Second put out is the physical. You see, so these things have their attributes, and when you carry those attributes, it makes you selfish.
Let me stop you here for a minute. We are on a journey of changing the minds and the lives of people. So if you haven't subscribed and become part of the family, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Thank you. Now let's carry on with the conversation. You mentioned that it is not knowledge that, connects you to God.
Yeah.
But it's actually something within that connects you to God.
Yeah.
But you seem quite read. You are very learned. So I'm just trying to marry the knowledge you have and then also your connection to the divine. If it wasn't the knowledge, then how would that have happened?
Right. Great question. Great question. Now let me come to something very specific. Say you are in the drama, you are designed in such a way that when we come to the physical side, your body, your brain is having two hemispheres, left, right, and the left side, when it is very active, it keeps you in external affairs, bonding you externally. See, we wouldn't say it's wrong, but when it says seek first the kingdom, then the right side of the brain has to be activated. So those in the Iron Age human state, the right side of the brain is not active. That one connects with intuition, guidance, everything from spirit now comes forward. That is where the peace can start to be felt. That is where the magnetism gets boosted through. But in this generation, we're functioning with the left side of the brain very active and the right side is dormant. All over the world it's happening like that. And it brings about struggles and we forget who we are. But the right side of the brain helps you to remember the peace and the magnetism in you, the God in you. So when I was talking about the theta brainwave, it is when you are activating the right side of the brain, then you come to that theta state where you're so peaceful. And once that is happening, then begin to really get a flow. Intuition means inner tuition. So it's no more learning from books or somebody said this, somebody said that. Truly speaking, when I'm speaking like this, it's an example I'm saying. It's like a flow. It is not like book learning. I've learned. You see, I learned, but at a point, I came to the understanding. It's not a question of learning. It's not a question of learning. But learning from outside is not the answer. But let the flow come to balance it. And that is where you begin to be a balanced human and you function in a wonderful way. So this generation, it is unnatural to move with one leg alone. We have two legs. So we have two brain compartments. And we are functioning with one side. We want to move along with that one side. We want to move along. Like if you are walking with only one leg, it's not possible. You see, you pull one forward, and you want to pull the same one forward again. You see, that is the difficulty. You see, so once the other side is activated, then the peace flows, then the magnetism comes, and the flow of knowledge, everything. You see, so there are two kinds of knowledge. So when I said we need to put aside knowledge, it means knowledge acquired through the world. That is through the left side of the brain.
Okay, so knowledge such as the Bible, the Zohar, Torah. Some people read books such as 6 and 7 books of Moses, the book of Enoch, monographs, all these things. We should push them all aside.
You know something?
Yeah.
All these things, they are pointers to the truth. They are not the truth. They point to the truth. And the truth can only be reached inwardly. So they are all things people don't deeply understand. They point to your very self inside. So once you can pick it correctly, then they have served a purpose for you. See?
Okay.
But if you don't turn inward to that peace, then they are like nothing. because they are pointing to things you never know where it is. Let me give you this example. There was a time in the scriptures that Christ, he got to some place, the Pharisees, they were asking him questions. You are always talking about kingdom of God, and where is it? Where is it? Then he told them, if anybody comes to tell you it is something to behold with the eyes and here and there, it's a lie. The kingdom of God is within you. You see, it's in Luke 20, 17, 20. Luke 17, 20. But even now, the scholars, translating scholars, want to change it. It's funny. But that is the truth, that it is inside you. He said it there. But still, the elementary side of things is always to think God is in the sky and is coming through the sky. He says, no, the kingdom of God is within you. You see? So, my brother, the main point is that if I'm holding my keys and I drop it here and I get up, I'm searching for my keys. It has dropped on this chair or under here. And I said, no, I might have missed it on the way coming or in my home somewhere. So I get up, going to search for it. Already I've passed where it is, and I'm going to search for it. So it becomes a drama. I will search. So we bypass where the truth is, where the peace is, searching for it in Scripture. Scripture is only a pointer to it, you see? And we search through all the brotherhoods, everything here and there. They are meant to finally point it to you, inside you. If they don't, you have wasted your time.
that reminds me of a video I watched of a fly that was in a room, and the window was open, and the fly was looking for an exit, and it kept banging its head on the wall, on the wall. It wasted so much time until finally it realized that there's a big window that was open, and then it was set free.
Yes. Similar. So the whole thing is a drama, and bypassing the essence and searching. So it's like something the Spirit has chosen to do, and it gives education and entertainment. So in actual fact, sometimes when you awaken forward and you look back and you see what others are doing, it's laughable. It's like, wow.
But you see, I take for example, and I can take you through, and you know a lot. Ethereal Society, Eckankar, Theosophica, Freemasonry, the Amok, a lot of these societies have ranks. And the way it works is that as you go higher, you become more and more enlightened.
Very good. What it is, the truth is this, that these three things, physical, mental, spirit. So when we are so much body conscious, worldly conscious, and our brainwave is in that state, and calculating, and we are planning, and we are worrying, and we are doing this, so on. Then when we are backing into the mental zone, that means we are investing in the mental zone more. Then we are shifting from physical. We are body conscious, but when we are withdrawing into mental conscious, that is inner zone, the external zone is only 4%, and the inner zone is 96%. So when we are backing into it, we sense some freedom to some extent because we are drawing closer to spirit. It's like backing from the physical state into the internal realm. So the internal realm is so huge and it has gradations. If I say gradations, it's like as you are nearing the spirit, it's just like you've been in a cold region and you are moving to a very hot region. So gradually your warmth is increasing. So people coming into the zone of the inner realm are so amazed and excited, and there you are getting more empowered because you are drawing closer to spirit frequencies. And that empowerment, they turn it around to enter into the physical again, to be possessive, and they never get a peace. So inside that realm, you can demonstrate so many things. All the psychic things, like people are seeing this, people are hearing this, people which are not physical, they think that is the most wonderful things. So people join all kinds of societies to enter into that state. Now, when you are in that state, you haven't gotten the freedom fully because you have to really transcend even the mind. That's why I say mind and body together is like an equipment and it's not you. So backing into the mental side is not the solution finally, but it's a kind of feeling that you are getting better.
Okay.
Because it's drawing you closer to spirit. But unfortunately, people are positioned inside it and they think it's the end. And those people, if you get close to them, very close to them, you realize sometimes they are angry, sometimes they are
disappointed.
They have all kinds of things and they aim at possessions and they are proud. And all those things show you that they haven't transcended the equipment. It's holding them. You see, get this understanding. When you have a prison, now that prison, it has a general gate where you enter. Once you enter, that is the mind realm. The whole prison is the mental realm. Now, a small portion is cells or rooms there where you can be pushed inside and locked up. You see, so it's two categories, and that is the physical, where you are locked up in the small room inside the prison compound. So the prison compound is the mental zone, very huge, 96%. And then a portion inside it, you can be locked up. So those who are locked up in physical state of awareness and their brainwave is only this physical, they are the Iron Age humans category. So they are always hustling and never have hope. They are in negative, they are hopeless, they are this, they are that, and so on.
So do you think...
But if the door is opened from the inner cell and somebody comes out into the compound, then it's like, wow. You see? Aha. But it's inside a prison.
We're all in prison.
Yes. So when people are going through these psychic things and demonstrations of this and that, and the people follow it and so on, they are not liberated. They are inside the whole drama zone. But the drama has two zones, the external and the internal. So external illusion, internal illusion. So you can see a lot of things in the internal. When you are locked up in that cell and you come out, you see the warders, you see people, even sometimes people, some are seated watching telly, many things. In the general compound, they have playgrounds, they have this, they have that. But you go through all this, but you are in the prison.
You are in the serious entanglement.
Yes, you are still in the prison.
Doc,
Yes.
so do you think a lot of young people
Mhm.
who aspire to join these societies is the desire for self-importance? That's why. It's not really about spiritual growth. It's just self-importance and to want to say that I am part of this brotherhood.
Yeah. The thing is, what they really need is not what they want. They need that peace and the spirit frequency to hold around them and carry it along, and then you succeed. So, in fact, even when you enter a room that you're calling church, temple,
Lodge, synagogue,
yes, or mosque,
mosque, yeah.
or whatever, in actual fact, when you achieve the inner peace and your spirit frequency is around you, that is when you are in sacred presence, because that is spirit, and spirit means what you call God. So that frequency around you, when you carry it along, you are carrying the genuine church, genuine temple, genuine mosque, and that is that you carry it everywhere you go. So it's not a room, it's not a building.
It's not a book.
No, it's not a book. Book is a pointer to that truth, but it has to do it through so many stories. See, but just that point, if you miss it, you can read all the books, you can study all the things, you can enter all the occult things, and still that you miss that inner peace. And when people get close and close, you can see some can be demonstrating a lot in the inner realm, and it's like they carry so much pride, and they even make people afraid of them. And it's like, if you do this, if you do me this, I do you that.
Yeah.
So in that realm, they hold themselves big, and it's like a hierarchy, you see, because someone who is standing closer to spirit than the one standing closer to the physical, he's higher. You see, anytime you are moving towards spirit frequency, you are getting higher and higher frequencies. So it brings hierarchies. But when you transcend this inner illusion, there's no hierarchy. There is one presence we call God, and it is you. That is where you are based. You are expanded being.
Is this what Christ was trying to teach us?
That is why he said, I and the Father are one. So he comes into that state. And you see, he projects into service. And the service is golden age human. Service to the whole universe. The whole, even those in the internal realm, they recognize him as great. Because inside the internal realm, they are also in the prison. All these beings and all these kind of things, they all kowtow to him. They see, hey, he's beyond it.
I'm going to leave every detail of Dr. Baffour Jan in the description. He has an amazing, community called the Jan Cosmic Foundation. It's an actual foundation. And you've heard everything here. If I was to sum everything, a holistic approach to success is essentially the inner peace. And once we have it, we can have whatever we desire, everything else. But Doc, before you say your goodbye, you promised us some rituals that will help us attain the inner peace.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Yes. There are different approaches to get inside there, and There are simpler ones, and sometimes people, when they have a technique to go inside, they will put all things around it to make it look like some kind of, but it's so simple.
You don't need candles, you don't need incense, you don't need...
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Because who you are, all these other things, they are minor energy extension. So they are not greater than you, and you just switch on who you are. So once you switch on what you are, all these things don't matter. When you are entering internal realm, all these techniques of candles and this and that, just to enter internal realm. But internal realm is just like the software, and the physical realm is the hardware. And together, all together.
So there are some churches when you go to the incense and the serious.
All these when you have missed the inner peace and you are searching for it, and there are so many things introduced, and one, that's why I said it's education. So souls will pass through all these and still not have the peace. And initially, you have to make believe that you are okay, you see, and then along the line, it will fail because you never got the true peace. See, if you have, there is a story of two creatures. There was a time they were to have this zebra show. And the zebra show, people had to take their zebras there, very nice zebra. You know, zebra, a creature with this beautiful black and white strips. Then somebody took a donkey and he painted the
donkey like a zebra.
Like a zebra.
Okay.
You see, and they went for the show, and it looks like a real zebra. But when the show was going on and on and on, and even his own was about to be selected and all that, and there was a heavy downpour. And all the color I became a donkey. You see? So people, the spirit makes believe that we are this, and then we put it up and we go along with it. Yeah. But along the line, some things will happen to expose that we made believe it's not the real thing. So it makes like you are okay, you are peaceful, you are this, you are that. Then something happens and you lose your peace. It means it's not a genuine peace. That's why the Christ said, not the peace of this world. See, not the peace of this world. I promise you. Yeah. See. So the true peace, even if you get a little bit of it, is more than getting all the things in the world minus it. You become miserable, very miserable. And finally, I'll give some technique to get inside to the peace. It shouldn't be like something to put effort. The external is when you have missed the peace, then you put efforts. But when you are coming to the peace, it means what you added, you leave it. It's a kind of letting go. See? So you added things to yourself which are not you. See? So mind and body. So when you are backing into yourself, you are letting go of these things, and then your peace will reveal. How to do that? Automatically. The other time I was telling about when you are about to sleep, and also when you are getting up in the morning, there is a shift in the brain wave to that dormant side. The active side is overactive in the Iron Age. But when you sleep properly, the shift permits the right side to move a bit. But when we talk of an awakened person, it means that whether day or night, the right side of the brain is functioning fully, and the person is awakened. But in the night, when you go to sleep, this side slows down, where the calculations and the planning and this and that side slows down for you to sleep. But in most cases, this side should pick it up. Say, picks only a little because we are addicted to using here. So when it picks a little, you have a sound sleep and you get up, you are so rested and you feel so good. So that puts you in that theta brainwave for a while. So early morning, you are coming to use this side of the brain. Don't jump to go and use it. The little shift here, stay inside it, that peace. And once you rest inside it, and when you are about to sleep, this side will, in the night, when you are about to sleep, this side will go down. When you are dozing, it means that side is going down. Then, if that time you pick yourself inside aware, then you let this side begin to function because you stay in the theta state. And if you keep doing like that, this side will activate. And as you do it morning and you do it night, when you're about to sleep and when you get up early, you do it. One thing that helps a lot is the breath. Why? Because when you are in spirit state, spirit doesn't need breathing. Spirit doesn't need breathing. That's why when the baby is in the womb, it's not doing the breathing as we come out to do. But when you come and you are entering the drama, the mind and the body, then you need to breathe. So when you want to return to that peace, then you have to come to a state in which breath is becoming silent. When breath becomes balanced, silent, then the inner noise will reduce. Once the inner noise is reducing, the inner peace is coming forward. And once even a little of it coming forward, your magnetism is also coming forward. They are interconnected because the qualities of the same spirit. So the quality of the same spirit, let me take some object. This object has color. It also has texture at the same time. And it has shape at the same time. So spirit has peace. Spirit has energy felt that is strong, very powerful. So it has love. It radiates love. And it also has at the same time joy. You see, so these things are attributes of the spirit. So when you are coming into that state, if the right side of the brain picks up the frequency and puts you in the right brain wave, then you are poised to really function in this world like a swimmer in the waves. And you didn't come to stop waves, but you are to move inside it and enjoy it. When you are actually on a certain level, the peace is already. You carry your temple, you carry your church, you carry your everything. The sacredness, the altar, everything is just here. You see, so you carry it with you. So In this way, you are actually tuned in to what we call God. Truly, that is the reason why when you tell people to pray, automatically they do this. Why? Because the thing is not outside that they are contacting. If it is outside, just do this and pray. They are connecting inside. And once the connection clicks, then you have really touched God.
I'm going to ask a question.
Yeah.
But I will not take the answer in case we have another episode. When people close their eyes in any spiritual environment, what are they imagining? And I will not take the answer. What are they looking at?
Yeah.
What are they thinking about? What should they be doing? And I will not take the answer. Doc, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you.
Okay.
You're a great man. Thank you. Thank you. And may God bless you more. And to my viewers and to my listeners and to everyone that enjoyed the first episode from Dr. Baffour Jan, I hope you went on his channel and you subscribed. And to the people that left comments that they want to know where to contact him, I'm going to leave every detail in the description, including a phone number and a WhatsApp number that you can join. Doc also has a WhatsApp channel that you can join. I'm actually a member of the channel. I've been a member for years of that channel as well. And I've had an awesome conversation and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you made it to the end, leave a comment and let me know that you're one of our champions. And to the people that wants to come to the event that we're doing in January 2026, in the description and also in the comments, click on the link and put your details on. It's a masterclass for my entrepreneurs. If you're also not part of the Konnected Academy group, you need to be part of it because there are people who are developing themselves and they are developing their businesses as well. Thank you so much. My name is Derek Abaite. Stay connected. I'm out.